Tonight we're going to be playing some more Temur. I think we're going to be playing Delver of Secrets tonight. I still want to try these Disruption Souls, but I'm down to 2 Jace. So we're going to kind of build... We're going to build a Delver deck kind of based on Todd Anderson's article he wrote quite a while ago, actually. Let me check the time on this. It was back in March of last year, so it's almost a year old. The shell really has Hooting Mandrills in it, which we're not going to run. But for the most part, the rest of it's going to be very similar. We're probably going to be running Clicks instead of Hooting Mandrills. And we're going to go down to 2 instead of the 3. And then that way we can facilitate our Disrupting Souls, since Hooting Mandrills is not a blue card that we can pitch. I think the biggest thing is whether or not we want Serum Visions or Opt. I'm going to lean on Serum Visions. I think it's the better top deck. And it also helps us set up our Delvers, I think, the best. So I think we're going to also run some Thought Scours. It's not unheard of to want to basically use your Delver as or like if you know the top card of your library through any number of ways, and you know it's not an instant or sorcery, you can get rid of it. It's also just like, you know, your Delver flips and it's a land, or your Delver doesn't flip, but your Delver triggers and it's a land, so you don't want to draw the land, and you end up wanting to like Thought Scour it away, for example. So I think the other big thing is like Mana Leak versus Remand. I think I want to run a split. So I think I'm going to run like 3 Remand and 2 Leaks. We could run Logic Knot instead of Leak. That's interesting because we have these Thought Scours now. I played a league earlier with this deck, and I went 2 and 3, and it was mostly because I wasn't running enough cantrips and I was running into mana problems a lot. I think Logic Knot is what I want to run. Like Leak is just so bad in so many matchups. So the other kind of like Delver card that a lot of decks run is Vapor Snag. And I don't know if that's a card we want or not. Like, Todd Anderson thinks that you should basically be running 3 in every Delver shell. So Todd has kind of this core Delver that he thinks every Delver deck should be, which is 1 Cryptic, 1 Dispel, all of these cards, right? And so Spell Pierce is an interesting choice. I think I want Spell Snare instead of Spell Pierce. We could run both. But because we have these Disrupting Shoals, I'm like not sold on Spell Pierce as a counterspell. Vapor Snag to me is like kind of low impact. Is Leak better than Remand in a format of Bolt and Fatal Pushes? Maybe. The reason we're not going to play Mandrills is because we have Disrupting Shoal, and if we run Mandrills, then we don't have a blue card to pitch to Disrupting Shoal. I don't want too many just green cards in my list. Again, like, I'm not necessarily saying that this is better than a traditional Temur shell, like a Temur Delver shell, but I want to further explore how good Disrupting Shoal is in Modern. Maybe it's awful, but I feel like we were in some games last night that we really shouldn't have been in because of Disrupting Shoal. And I also think just like, you know, leading on Delver, and if they go to Bolt it, and you can like pitch a Thought Scour or a Serum Visions or another Delver to Disrupting Shoal, like you can be so far ahead on tempo, assuming your Delver flips, right? But it's just kind of that idea, like tapping out on turn 2 for Goyf and then like protecting it with Disrupting Shoal. Like essentially just tapping out with your threats, since we're not playing necessarily a flash-based deck. Could also run Deprive over Logic Knot. Deprive. Is that the one that's like 2... Oh. Ooh, Deprive's interesting. I think if we were gonna run Deprive, I'd want to be way lower on the mana curve. Like I would probably not want any 4s in my deck. It's kind of interesting though. It makes me want to try it sometime. I am kind of torn on the remands. Let's run 1 remand and then 2 leaks. My issue with Mana Leak is that it's so bad late. And remand like helps us hit our land drops, find more gas if we need to, but I guess I'm not sold on that. So is like this are these Logic Knots, leaks, and remand? Is that like too many of that effect? I also think I should run a roast. Deals with all the Grimog anglers floating around cleanly. Also deals with opposing Goyfs. There's some problem cards that have high toughness that you want to remove, like Thing in the Ice. Seen some Thing in the Ices recently. Could be bad. So really, I think like the Simic Charm is probably a card I want to cut. Which kind of is counterintuitive because it's a blue card that I can pitch to Shoal. But maybe that's okay. This is a 2-drop. So I guess the question is are these too many 2-mana counterspells? Also, do we want 2 cryptic commands? I don't know. Some things to think about. I think this main board, I'm kind of like on board. Maybe I'm not supposed to run any leaks. I'm just supposed to like only run Logic Knots. I think one of the problems I didn't like was 3 Spire Bluff Canals when I tested this earlier. I just want like a second Steam Vents. Like there were times where I had too many tap lands on turn 4, and I think I want to limit that and just run 3, very similar to how you know, Jund and Junk are running their 3 at the moment. We could run Sulfur Falls instead. I'm actually okay with that. Sulfur Falls instead of one of the canals. Because really the only land that we're not going to hit on those is Stomping Ground and Botanical Sanctum. And I guess Forest. Leak, Remand, and Logic Knot. That's the discussion, right? Wonder if he talks about Remand at all here. If Modern's too full of cheap cards for Remand to shine. Alright. So if the format's fast, Remand's a lot worse. Okay. So let's not run Remand. Let's run 2 Logic Knots and 3 Mana Leaks. We could also run another 1-drop, right? We could run like a 4th Thought Scour, an Opt, or a 2nd Spell Snare, or we could run a Vapor Snag. If we're running a Vapor Snag, is Simic Charm just better? Probably not. Vapor Snag, you can somewhat protect your own things too, right? Alright, we'll try a 1-of Vapor Snag. We can always potentially pitch it to Shoal. Alright, sideboard. We've got 3 Spreading Seas for Tron decks and other land decks. Anything really with creature lands that present a problem is a Staticaster for tokens. Ancient Grudge, I think, is just a necessary card right now. Negate, Dispel, Huntmaster. Entrancing Melody's one I wanted to try. It's kind of an interesting card. I think we're in a weird spot. 19 lands with 4 4-drops. I don't know if cantrips let you cheat that much. Yeah, okay. So what if we cut the Vapor Snag and go up a 20th land? Could run a Hinterland Harbor. I can get behind that. How many? Wish I could just view instants and sorceries. I can't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 instants and sorceries? It seems like enough, right? I think Todd's shell had 22. So I want to run... Typically, last night we ran Surgical Extraction, but I'm going to run Relic tonight. I just kind of want to test the differences between the two. Also, Relic Opportunist, or Surgical Extraction, excuse me, is just like $30 a piece, and this deck is probably going to be real close to 750 tickets. So I need to limit how much things cost. A little bit. But I think that's something to try to run. What are some other interesting sideboards? So Huntmaster is one I want to try tonight. We could try Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that if I don't need to, David. But if it happens, I certainly will take you up on that offer. Again, like Relic and Surgical, Surgical might be better, but we're going to try Relics just to see how they are. I've noticed a lot of people kind of trying them in Temur. I'm not sold because it hits your own graveyard, but we don't have any Hooting Mandrills that we need to worry about too much, just Logic Knots. So I'm going to try them out. We could always potentially run one Relic and like one Surgical if we want to. Yeah, Bloodbraid's really bad with counters. I agree. I was just throwing out ideas. I could see like a Kyranos to try against Control, right? And like if we play an Ensnaring Bridge deck and we don't find our Ancient Grudges, or we can't cast them for some reason, maybe Kyranos can get there. I don't know if this, against like Grixis Control, we're probably going to need, that's a real bad matchup for us. We're probably going to need a card like Kyranos to kind of help us get there. Could run a second copy of Negate. I don't hate that. We could run like, I don't know, a Counter Flux. Not sure. Let me see if I can find. Could run a Blood Moon. We could run a Ravenous Trap or a Ricochet Trap. We could run another Huntmaster. We could run a Dismember. Doesn't seem bad. We could run Engineered Explosives. Hey, Josh. I don't know, maybe Dismember? We don't have great answers to tokens. I could see running an EE. Are there any like really good blue cards we could play? Also, I might want another threat in the board. Maybe I just want another Huntmaster and make my deck like a less resilient or more resilient to graveyard hate. Relic over Surgical is just because we're trying it. We tried Surgical last night. It was good. I just want to try Relic, see how it is. Agent of Blight. Josh, thank you so much for the 5 months resub. You are an all-star. All the karma goes to you. It's just a Namo with Goif. I'm aware. I'm aware. Hopefully, we're only bringing this in matchups where, you know, it's going to win us the game when we pop it. You'd say Thrun over Huntmaster number 3. Thrun's an interesting choice. Do we have enough lands to, like, facilitate Thrun? I guess it's just like a must answer for control, though. Like, they just have to answer it immediately. Yeah, Thrun seems good. Alright. Let's figure out how many tickets this is, and then I will see if we can run a Surgical instead of a Relic. Maybe we'll just do a 1-1 split. Upload this. This is currently 707 tickets, so I think we can run a Surgical. Why roast main? I think it's just a clean answer to a lot of cards that are in Modern right now, like Grimag Angler, Tassiger, other Goifs, Bedlam Reveler. Just about anything. There's no real flyers in the format right now, so I think roast is just a fine, clean answer to kill everything on the ground. All right, export. Let me re-import this deck. All right, 734 tickets. We're doing it. So I'm gonna get better at doing some screenshots. Jumping to the lead. Twitter. Delve the mech, not the creatures. How many spells do we have for Delver? I think it's 24. Josh, is what I counted. Just a reminder, if you are not already in the giveaway for February, please join it. It's free credit. You might as well. Take you all of 5 minutes to sign up. Yeah, it's a little low, Josh. I think like I looked up a lot of like Temur Delver modern lists, and a lot of lists seem to be right in the 22 to 26 range. So I think 25 is fine. How many blue cards for Shoal? Quite a few. So this is 16 minus 4 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 30. 30 of our 60 cards, so half our deck. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. They get to play all the 1-mana cantrips. We have to be a little bit more selective, I feel like. They also get to run less lands in Legacy. But yeah, that's why we're not running any Hooting Mandrills, is because I want to keep the count for our Disrupting Shoal high. Or Stifle, yeah. I think Temur would be one of the Delver variants I would actually run Stifle in. Typically, I'm not a Stifle fan in Delver decks. Yeah, they don't have Goyf either. That's true. So I was I don't know, I was really excited to try this Entrancing Melody tonight. It could be awful, but we'll see how it goes. Stifle is stock and rogue, yeah. Man, I'm so excited for Madison. You guys don't even know. There's so much going on for Madison in terms of the Nerd Rage Gaming coverage. Just major improvements coming. Major. Oh, they're not trying to jace people. What's the plan for Thursday, Eben? I don't have one. I figured we'd probably play either a Jace deck or maybe we would try some Bloodbraid Elf Jund. I figured, you know, you like to play Control, so we'd probably do Jace tomorrow, and then I think next week I'm going to focus on Bloodbraid Elf. My opinion going into the unbannings, and I kind of talked to Michelle about this a little bit, was that I think everyone was super excited about Jace, but I think Bloodbraid Elf is the bigger card, or the card that's going to be more impactful in Modern. I think it's easy to answer Jace if you want to. Yeah, the CT in Iowa, I can't wait. We haven't picked a location yet, but I believe it's going to be Des Moines. I think they're also looking at like the Iowa City, Cedar Rapids area, somewhere close to Iowa. Iowa State. Is it Iowa State? Yeah. So I don't know. Like I wouldn't mind Des Moines. I wouldn't mind Cedar Rapids. It's a little bit closer. But either way, I think I know 100% it's going to be Modern. And I know it'll be a big event. Foil Dreadbore is already up to $30. Jesus. Rye NRG is stands for Nerd Rage Gaming. It is a company that puts on a Magic tournament series. They also buy and sell cards. I work on their coverage team for their tournaments. Yeah, I will, David. I think the big thing is just trying to sell stores CTQs. I think that's, you know, anything you guys can do to get CTQs to happen in your area, I think it'd be beneficial. You know, obviously, the more stores that have CTQs in a state, I think the more likely there are to be CTs in your state going forward. I know that we're trying to hit Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, and Indiana all this year, and obviously we're in Illinois already. So that's kind of been the focus, is kind of branch out, try to get some CTQs ready. A reporter? No, I do their like commentary, Rye. So basically me and Matt Bamonte, we watch a game of Magic as two players play it, and we commentate on the matchup and kind of help people follow along as to what's going on and give our thoughts and opinions similar to what a sports broadcaster would do. Yeah, I agree, David. The time is definitely a thing, but the championship. Yeah, I mean, if you're right, David. So if we did more CTs in Iowa, I think that helps push people to actually attend them, which means they'll want CTQs so that they can potentially get on the leaderboard. But I agree with you. I think that is a challenge. And I know, I think 2018 we're doing 1 CT a month. But if these do really well, I could easily see more CTs getting on the schedule next year. I really think Norm's envisioning this to be a series that's similar to SCG's. Yeah, but the championship is a 10K, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check real quick. Yep, it'll be a 2-day event for 10 grand, and it'll be 24 players. You can find out all the information on the 2018 series right here. We're still looking for cards here on Mana Traders. I think Madison's just going to be a really fun event. Like, I really encourage you guys to go. I think it'll be, like almost as fun as an open, but not as many players. But I do think, like I said, I think the vision, what's plans for SCG Cincinnati, had a spot open on my proposed team. SCG Cincinnati, when is it? SCG Cincinnati's March 24th to 25th. Team constructed. I'm pretty interested. I don't get to play in many events anymore, so I definitely could see that being one I want to play in. Let me double check that it doesn't conflict with anything. I don't think that it does. March 25th. It's not like an anniversary or anything. Yeah, the Iowa one's on the 12th, so let me figure out some things, Josh, and I'll try to give you an answer this week. When's the RPTQ for the 25th anniversary? When is it? Need. So it looks like Missouri is the best place. Game Cafe in Missouri. Oh, that's not until June? No, this is the Team Unified Standard one. It's June 10th. And it looks like Missouri is the best place to go. We could go to Minneapolis, but I think that'll be pretty insane. April 1st is Chicago. Oh, that's the sealed one, right? Yeah, I'm doing that one online. Hopefully I can get like Billy in on my sealed RPTQ. March 24th. Let me check my calendar, make sure there's nothing I'm thinking of. February, April, March. No? Yes. Oh, yes. Don't want to fight Madison? Yeah, I definitely don't want to fight Madison. I assume you're driving up on that Friday night. Is that right, Josh? The 23rd? All right, we've got progress. We're up to 81% on our mana traders. Cards. Should you ask Michelle for permission? No, I'll ask her. It's not so much permission. I just want to make sure that, you know, we talk about it with her. She might want to go. Who's your other team member, Josh? Driving back Sunday, yeah. You hear Cleveland is nice this time of year? I don't believe you. Just ask Brad for his Dankest cat memes. Ben? Okay. Oh, Brad Selkin, sure. It's funny, I always call Brad Selkin, or I call him by his full name. He's Modern Legacy, you're flexible. Yeah, I probably would play Standard. You don't want me playing Legacy. You really don't want me playing Legacy. There's too many little things in Legacy that I just like miss. And I don't have the time or the money to like really spend the time to learn the format the way it needs to. I love watching Legacy, though. It's probably one of my favorite formats to watch. You know, I take that back. I would play the shit out of Food Chain. Watching Tommy play Food Chain at the last CT was just so enjoyable. And the deck is just so good, in my opinion. It, like, beats all of the fair decks. No, but I'll click on it now. Blue-black control, standard PTQ, Scarab God. Oh, is this the one with the Aether Hubs? Yeah, somebody told me about this. I was looking at it the other day. So, here's the thing about this deck. Is that I think the blue-black, just straight blue-black deck beats this deck. The thing that I like about this deck is that if you played this coming out of nowhere, you're good. But if you actively remove their Aether Hubs, there's a good chance they can't ever cast these cards. And I definitely watched some Standard games where, you know, their opponent like cast a Vraska and they countered it, and then they didn't Field of Ruin the Aether Hub ever, and then they ended up casting a Nicol Bolas, you know, off that Aether Hub again, and I was just like, come on, man, like you know it's a splash color. Treasure maps so slow. Take it from me, I play a lot of MTG Arena and like over lunchtime. And treasure map is just it's so slow. I mean, if you're trying to do the splash though, I might be able to get behind one. Alright, update. So it didn't give me a Misty Rainforest? Is that what happened? Yeah, it didn't give me a Misty Rainforest, right? Alright, let's go back to Mana Traders. It's really weird that a Misty Rainforest was the card that I couldn't find. Oh, I see. You too, Rye. Thanks for stopping by, man. Carnage Tyrant is definitely a hard card to deal with in the mirror. I was running on MTGO. So, here's the thing. If you expect Carnage Tyrant, then Vizier of Many Faces is the answer to that, right? Because it's just a natural 2-for-1. You just like, you tap out your Carnage Tyrant, and then I tap out for my Vizier, and I have mana left open. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where our last card is here. Alright, we're gonna clear that one and we'll just build a new one here. Yeah, Doomfall's an interesting thing. For MTG Arena, and I know it's not representative of the meta, but I actually play a Sultai control deck. It's blue-black and it splashes for 2 Veraskas. And like Carnage Tyrant is in every dinosaur deck, right? And so typically the way I beat it is I run Vona's Hunger, which is target player sacrifices a creature, and then if you have the City's Blasting, they sacrifice half of them rounded up. But like they're never going to stack their Carnage Tyrant, so you have to get the board state to a point where it's their only creature. And, you know, like the later the Carnage Tyrant is fine, because I run like Ravenous Chupacabras, and then like I'll land Vraska early or earlier than they play Carnage Tyrant, and I can just like make enough pirates where I can just block the Carnage Tyrant. I like run Sailor of Means, which can like put enough toughness in front of Carnage Tyrant to like keep Vraska alive. But it's definitely a hard card to deal with. Previous plan for Control Mirror was Lost Legacy for Vraska's Contempt. That's actually really interesting. I'm not a big fan of it, but like it is probably one of the most important cards in the match, right? Alright, Mana Traders, come on, man. I need this last Misty. You can do it. Bernie Sanders is going to be in Chicago tomorrow. Weird that it's just on like a random Thursday. I would like to go, but it's a Thursday. I don't know. I think I have to run a 4 Misty. How many players do you think will be at the Madison NRGCT? I'm hoping it'll be capped out, which means somewhere in the vicinity of 120 to 140 players. Yeah, you definitely need Field of Ruin in the blue-black mirror. That card is actually insane. Field of Ruin is it's bonkers in my opinion as a land. I think there's only like one deck in Modern that switched from, or that didn't switch from Tectonic Edge to Field of Ruin, and that was Death in Texas. Alright, we got a bot and he's looking for our card. This just went up to 30%. Man, Mana Traders has been slow the last couple weeks. I don't know if they're just getting like extremely popular or what it is. We might not be able to do these building goes anymore. I might have to come in with a list. I like doing the building goes though because I like feedback on the list. I like talking about it with people before I go into a league. I think Michelle's going to the gym. She's either going to the gym or she just went and got ice cream. GM, we are currently waiting for our last card from Mana Traders. We've built our list. We have a list and we are about to jump into round one finally. Alright, let's do this. Alright. May all of our Delvers blind flip. That's what I'm hoping for. Indeed. All right. Our opponent is 1-3. We are 0-0. So yeah, I don't know why they got paired. I think this hand is a keep. I've never really played much Modern Delver. I don't know how like aggressively I'm supposed to molt a Delver, but I have a threat and I have some counter magic and I have a bolt, so I'm pretty sure I'm keeping. And I would rather fetch and just take 1 point and get a dual land, and I can play Sanctum on turn 3 if I need to. Arbor Elf. I don't think I need to bolt this. I'll probably just untap and bolt it and then have Spell Snare back up. This could be elves, Ponza, could be anything. This is probably a bad deck for Delver. Well, hopefully not. A 1 mana thing. So the real question is, should we shoal this for 1? I feel like I should shoal this. I also just don't want them to get like the enchantment on the land. Huh. Goyf Click. I can go Goyf, leave open Foothills. and then click next turn. There isn't too much they can do on turn 3 that I care about given the current battlefield, so I think this is right. I need a third blue source, so I'm gonna get the Wooded Foothills. Basically Force of Will, yep. There's the Sprawl, so that was good by us. And then if this is Blood Moon, we're gonna be in a little trouble. This is a blood moon, isn't it? Yep. I'm gonna get forest here. See, had I clicked, he probably wouldn't have blood mooned us. We have, how many islands are in our deck? 2 islands? Stone Rain. Yep. Put that sorcery in there. Did you know that with Disrupting Shoal, you can counter without needing to tap lands? Is this a storm? What is this? Stormbreath Dragon? Sure. I'm currently winning this race. Kind of. Oh, I would have liked to land there so that we took less damage. Now I just want to draw some bolts. We're going to lose to this. Oh yeah, I can update the list. Sorry about that. I really need to automate this. Bloodbraid Elf. That's probably gonna kill us. Alright, deck list should be updated. Lightning Bolt. Or no, he hit Courser. Nice. Yeah, we're dead. You got us. Not much I want here, right? Maybe just a negate? Why do I want Seize? They can just Utopia Sprawl. Wait, does Utopia Sprawl say forest? Does it really? Okay. I didn't. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I can seize their land with Utopia Sprawl on it, and then that will turn it off. So Spell Snare doesn't seem particularly good because they want to go 1 into 3. Oh, timestamping with Moon. So I could get another island if I want to. That's fair. Roast seems bad. I think these Jaces are too slow. Cryptic's never gonna happen, right? Like triple blue? Why were we playing a main roast? It kills just about everything. It's possible it should be a Dismember. Dismember certainly would have been better there. I think we're cutting the Cryptics, right? Like, that makes sense to me. Staticaster kills their dorks, but so does Electrolyze. I probably just want the card if I'm doing that. have to keep this, right? So I want to hit my land drops, which means I should cast this. Serum Visions. Alright, so we're going to go... Next turn, we're going to go... Delver, Delver. So we're going to draw the Shoal and leave Logic Knot on top. And now we can counter a Blood Moon or a 2-drop. Stone Rain is also fine to counter. Then we'll untap it, we'll have Leak available. This is the way to start, guys. Oh yeah, this feels great. Bloodbraid Elf is fine. Cascade into Utopia Sprawl. That... I'm just gonna Mana Leak. No. I have Seize, but I don't want to tap out next turn. I don't want to tap out for Seize next turn. I would much rather have Logic Knot. If I had a Shoal or something, I would be much more likely. But we're going to win this game just off the, like, letting nothing else resolve. It's another Bloodbraid Elf. That's pretty gross. Tireless Tracker. So I think I'm going to counter the Bloodbraid Elf here because I don't want to take 6 this turn. So I'm going to let the Tireless resolve and counter this for 1. I'm going to play around Simian Spirit Guide, I guess. Breeding Pool. Guess I'm gonna try to find a bolt here. That was not a bolt. Is Inferno Titan triple red? No. Oh no! No! No, 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 no. God damn it. Seize the mountain. Oh, that's a tilt. Just moto things. Well, now I like need to find a bolt, so that sucks. Come on, deck. Don't make me lose. Tilt. Oh, I'm so tilted. We should have won. I hate Moto. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that if you accidentally click the OK button one too many times, you lose the game. We should have had a game 3 there. I'm sorry, guys. Not a great matchup, I don't think, but I still would have liked to go to game 3. I think Disrupting Shoal was actually quite good for us. There's a mulligan. This is a keep. We're on the play. I don't think there's any world in which I want this card. I want to get Breeding Pool, Serum Visions. Okay, so we can draw. Don't really want Cryptic, but we can draw Delver next turn and then reveal Cryptic. Oh, but we don't have a second blue source. All right, I should have bottomed the... No, I still need to top the Delver. Or top... Yeah, I need to top the Delver so that... Oh no, we're playing against Affinity? That's gross. Basically want to save your bolts for like 2 mana things that matter. Alright, well now they showed us Welding Jar. Draw Cryptic. So Ancient Grudge is coming in. Stupid misclicks. I'm so mad about that. Oh, I need to update the record. Properties record 01. My own misclick. Edge Champion. That's pretty good. A little punished for not playing our other Delver now, I guess. A third land turns on Snap, but we kind of like want to draw lands, but we also want to flip our Delver. This Mountain's also like really awkward with our hand. Volt Scourge, that sucks. Opponent has hit every powerful card in their deck. Disrupting Shoal. Yeah, I want to reveal it. It's not particularly good. The problem here is this is going to gain him 1,000,000 life, and then we're just going to lose because we didn't draw a third land. If we drew a third land and he goes to like equip the Vault Scourge, we could have snapped, bolted, he welding jars it, and then like we can swing for lethal. Now we're just going to lose. Signal pass. Yep. So he's going to put a counter on everything. We're at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're just dead to this. Yeah, most awkward basics ever. I would really like to play some Magic tonight. We didn't get to play Magic last night. Alright, Ancient Grudge in. Staticaster in. I'm not a big fan of Negate. Entrancing Melody's an interesting one. He's got a lot of 1s and 2s that you can just kind of take over. Like Arcbound Ravager. He can just sack him to Arcbound Ravager though. Probably don't want that card. Just gonna board out Jaces and Cryptics. Warden Spreading Seas for the lands. And board out the Roast. Let's go 2 Seas. Seas might be better than a Thought Scour. We want to flip our Delvers. Alright, this hand seems good. Gonna fetch Island here. Serum. Goyf Spreading Seas. Top. Snap was good, especially since we have this Electrolyze. We're not gonna draw the Spreading Seas because we're going to fetch. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I am. I'm gonna fetch Shaka Green Source here. Get a Breeding Pool. And then hopefully this Electrolyze next turn gets to clean up. Yeah, that's kind of poopy. So now we need to hold up Bolt, I think. So I have to Shock, which is unfortunate. I can play Delver. I could do 4 damage here. Actually 5 damage. But I'd have to Bolt the Ornithopter, and I don't think that's worth it. Like even bolting the Vault Scourge I don't think is worth it. I'd rather get the tempo off the Cranial Plating equip cost. Huh. Another Cranial Plating. I'm gonna Thought Scour ourselves and try to hit a Spell Snare. Did not hit a Spell Snare. Galvanic Blast my Delver. That's fine. Choosing the Ornithopter here because it has the largest toughness. My Electrolyze can clean up, and my Goif will be a 5/6 uncontested. Feeling pretty good here. Gotta be a little wary of Inkmoth Nexuses. Just gonna snap bolt this. Thoughtscour is real good when we have Ancient Grudge in our deck, which is kind of nice. Edge Champion. Ooh, I could have scoured for Shoal. That's interesting. Ooh. Wow. That was sick. That was sick. Man, Disrupting Shoal has been... It's been a house. Man, I wish Ponder and Brainstorm were legal in this format. I would play the crap out of Delver in Modern. Am I supposed to go down a land? Oh, I wish just one land, and this hand is freaking amazing. I think I need to keep this. Signal Pest. Just need to find some lands. Electrolyze and Bolt will be good. God, he's had Cranial Plating every time. This is Instant or Sorcery, right? Do I run the Thought Scour Gambit and try to hit a land here? I feel like I might have to, right? Or do I just hold up Bolt? And then like next turn I can try to hit the Gambit? I decided to keep the Spreading Seas for Ink Moths and such. But that might have been wrong. I might have supposed to Thought Scour in response to the Spreading Seas being seen on top because I didn't want to draw it. And then that gives me 2 looks at a land this turn. Well, we bend land. Or I guess land Snapcaster Mage. Alright, well, if I'm not drawing a land, that's definitely one I want to have. I'm supposed to brainstorm with the Delver trigger on the stack? Yeah, that would be nice. Mox Opal's fine. Signal Pest, I think, has to be fine, right? I can't do anything about it. Arcbound Ravager needs to get countered. Logic Knot's harder to cast. Well, we're going to lose to this Edge Champion, I think. We need to find an Ancient Grudge and a land. I just want to play Magic, Watsy. Just want to play Magic. Just because I put Disrupting Shoal in my deck doesn't mean I don't want to draw lands. My God. Just want to play Magic. Well, maybe we'll drop and just do another one. I just hope to have better luck. Currently, like, I don't know what I would change. Maybe a 4th Thought Scour or something? I don't know. I guess I could cut the roast for a Dismember. Let's get a Dismember. The whole deck. Maybe. The thing is like, okay, so game 1 or match 1, you know, wasn't a good matchup, but I punted game 2. I clicked through my attack because Wizards doesn't know how to program user experience. I've never done that in MTG Arena. And then game 2, like, you know, we kept a fine hand, we just never saw another land. Keeping this, we have Thought Scour on 1. Faithless Looting. Alright. Copperline Gorge into Faithless Looting. Could be Dredge. I'm thinking I shoal this. Definitely shoaling this. We're shocking either way. Like if he does something and we need to spell snare it, or if we need to get a green source next turn, so we might as well play our fetch land and potentially shock. So like Cathartic Reunion here would be insane. I assume this is a Cathartic Reunion. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get a Breeding Pool. Snare your Cathartic Reunion. So now you're down to 2 cards. Play my 4/5. Dredge 2 lands. Like, he can't even Cathartic Reunion again if he has it. Conflagrate for 0. Sure. Alright, Mana Leak's a good draw. I think we're gonna be okay here. Turn 2, 4, 5 is definitely really good. We're doing Delver things. Didn't want to fetch because I kind of wanted to draw a land. I probably should have fetched and then I would have drawn a land. Insolent Neonate. How much do I care about this card? I guess he gets to block with it. I'm gonna counter it. Let's see. He has land in the... Sure. Opponent has given up. Alright, so we want this relic. Want the surgical. I think I want negate for conflag. Staticaster hits all the blood gas, Narcomoeba. Seems good enough. Right, yeah. Wasn't bad. Our opponent said yuck. Roast isn't particularly good here. Electrolyze is just okay, but I'm going to keep it in. I'm going to cut these 4 mana spells again. I'll run 1 Cryptic, I think. Oh. Moto crashing. Alright, let's try this. It's possible that the Jaces and the Cryptic shouldn't even be in the deck. Opponent kept 7. What do you think, chat? Should we try to mulligan to some disruption, or I guess we keep this? We have a Delver and a Bolt. That one's good, opponent. We didn't have a Disrupting Shoal this time. Ooh. Alright, guys. I need opinions. I need opinions. Do we surgical the Stinkweed Imp? So that he can't dredge. Save surgical for prized amalgam? Okay. I never know what's right, and I feel like you can easily just choose wrong. I also don't remember. I get a chance to respond to this trigger, right? Holy jeebus. So his hand is Stinkweed Imp, Life from the Loam. I clicked on the one in the graveyard, did I not? I told my opponent, fuck my life. I did forget to exile the one in the yard. You're not wrong. I am so bad at this game. What is wrong with me? Yep. I deserve it. You're not wrong. Opponent has 2 Stinkweeds in hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. This time I'm not gonna forget. I think this game would have been very winnable had I not let this thing freaking come back. Man, I don't know what's wrong with me this week. Holy crap. I feel like I'm not playing. I don't know. It's still winnable. Duress, sure. You brought in Duress against me? Okay. I basically had to surgical the Stinkweed Imps though, because he can just like play them and then I can't ever get through. So he's gonna cast Life from the Loam. And we have to worry about this Conflagrate in the yard. He could just Conflag for 2. I don't hate it. Yep. So I can't tell if our opponent didn't want to attack with Prize Amalgam. Oh, I guess, yeah, like he... Oh, shoot. My bad. Alright, let me get this card real quick for the next league. Oh boy. I'm just punting money away, man. I can't really attack. Relic off the top? Yeah, that would be a good one. Dredged Narcomoeba Bloodghast? Ugh. That's really unfortunate. So Staticaster is probably one of our better draws now? Opponent's at 9. Yeah, I think I have to do this. Faithless looting. We'll get another steam vents tapped. We have no 4-mana things in our yard. Alright, I'm conceding. I conceded there because he has Life of the Loam in his hand, and he's just going to cast it, get back a land, 2 Bloodghast, and 2 Narcomoebas, and then we're just pretty dead, even if we draw Is it Staticaster? It honestly didn't matter with this Surgical. Like, yeah, I had to waste a Bolt, but the Conflag is ultimately what killed us. Alright, this hand's good. I'm looking to 5. I think I'm shoaling all of his 1-drops. Alright, come on, blind flip! Tarmogoyf. I am the unluckiest Delver flipper ever. So this is a Cathartic Reunion. I wish I could counter that, but I couldn't. Yeah, that's pretty good. And he hit the Narcomoeba. Gets the prize amalgam. Yes, I want to reveal this card. Alright, we're still in good shape. He does have a Conflag, though. That kind of sucks. I'm probably going to Thought Scour myself to try to hit like a Logic Knot or a Mana Leak. Alright, so it doesn't have a land? That's interesting. Got another Narcomoeba in there. But no... Okay. Faithless looting. If only... If only I could pitch anything. Knot of the Bone. That's a little scary. Knot of the Bone is 3 mana. Ugh. I don't think we're going to get to 5 mana by the time. Need Blue Bolt now? Yeah. So we need to find a 3. Or a little... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I mean, I guess if he goes for the Gnaw to the Bone, like, he's going to gain a bunch of life, but it's not really putting him ahead. 1, 2... Alright, he's going for Faithless Looting, yep. Narcomoeba gets back. Looks like 3 Pious Amalgams. Oh, man. That was a pretty good dredge. I wish I had the surgical, but I don't. I don't think I'm bolting anything there. Have I tried drawing better cards? You know, I haven't. Maybe I should try that. Yep, gonna have to waste a bolt like I assumed. One goes to 9. 2 cards in hand. We're at 16. Really wish this was a 3 mana thing. Got it. Goes to 25. Gross. Alright, might have to play some defense. Oh, now you draw the Surgical Extraction. Well, that'll be good to try to hit. What's the 2 mana? It's rough, but it's not unwinnable. Opponent has 15 cards in their library. We're gonna have to Surgical Bloodghast here. Conflag's also a problem though. Man, that's tough. Do you think I Surgical Conflagrate, or do you think I Surgical Bloodghast? I can't counter the Conflagrate because I don't have. I mean, he has 2 in the yard, is the thing. Life from the Loam, targeting a bunch of lands. I think I have to Surgical. I'm going to Surgical the Conflags. It looks to me like that's what he's going for. I just have to hope to draw a Snapcaster Mage. Yes, exactly, GM. That's why I have to do this. I'm just dead here, though, right? So, like, he gets lands back. I guess I have a Bolt that I can bluffing, but he has no reason to hold it back. Dead if he swings all out. You got me, opponent. All right, so we got an hour left. I want to do another one. What do we want to change? Do we run... I feel like all of our 4-mana spells were just like worthless. Like I could see running 1 Cryptic. Play red, blue, white. Play Jeskai. No, we'll do that tomorrow, GM. Like Eben's gonna be here. We'll play like a Jeskai. We'll play a Jeskai list. Let's plan on doing that tomorrow. We'll cut the roast for Dismember. It's kind of funny. I feel like Disrupting Shoal was our best card. All right, let's just run a couple of Hooting Mandrills. I don't know. That seems so bad with Disrupting Shoal. Yeah, Darkleaf. We're just kind of evaluating Temur at the moment. I'm not convinced it's very good. So far it hasn't been. We went 0-3 drop. It seems like we're doing powerful things. Upping the lands to 21-22. I think by cutting our three of our 4 drops, we've made the deck more consistent. So, serious question here. What do we think about Enigma Drake? Right, but we never... You want to run more clicks? I don't know if I want to run more than 2 clicks. Bedlam Reveler? Could get behind that. And then we'll neither run like a 4th Thought Scour. Oh, wait. We'll run that Dismember. Oh, we already are. Shoot. How hard will double red be? It's a fair question. Looks like not that difficult based on our mana. Alright, so we need 2 Bedlam Revelers. And 1 Thought Scour. Why are there 5 Thought Scours in the list? Alright, yeah, okay, so we need 1 more card. Should this just be blue-red Pyromancer? Maybe. Like have Thing in the Ices instead of Tarmogoyfs? And then have Young Pyromancer? Bug Delver could be interesting. I could get... Yeah, but Fatal Push doesn't deal with Jace. Have any suggestions for cheap modern decks? The cost is really what drives me away from the format. Yeah, I mean... think... Man, there aren't many cheap modern decks because the mana bases are what's so difficult. So I would probably stick to like, oh, you could play like Mono Green Devotion, I think. I think Ad Nauseam's fairly cheap nowadays. Boggles is pretty cheap. Mono Green Elves I could see being cheap. Although I would go green black, but then your mana is going to be more expensive. I like Boggles. I like Ad Nauseam. Those would be my recommendations. I think Ad Nauseam is one of the cheaper decks. It's got a lot of like nonsense cards in it that are really very specific to that deck. If this next league doesn't work out, this will be the last Temur deck for a while. As much as I want it to work, it might not be good enough. Disrupting Shoal feels like it should be good. You seem to have just replaced Pyromancer with Goyf. Thing is probably just as good and Mana's probably better. Yeah, the difference I think is that Goyf can be more aggressive. I mean, there were several games where we were attacking on turn 2 with a 4/5. Thing in the Ice requires a little bit more effort to flip. And is also a little resilient or weak to... it's also a little weak to cards like it's also just like worse against Jace bounce, right? Like Thing in the Ice, like you flip your thing and then they go Jace bounce it and then you got to start all over. Oh yeah, I forgot about the blue packs in the sideboard. Can you play blue green and replace Bolt? Bolt is the main reason we're red. That plus the sideboard cards. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think Delver and Bolt go very well together. This deck seems really weak to Graveyard Hate. I don't know. Between Delver and Click, I think you can get there. I mean, I've definitely beat Graveyard Hate. How many mana hours? Alright, let's jump back in here. Oh yeah. Yeah, Debrian 42, definitely good point on what's cheap. Cheap to one person is definitely not cheap to the another, potentially. Jeskai Control seems like a miserable matchup. I'm going to keep this. We can counter a Bolt with a Delver. Oh. I'm just letting this happen. We have 2 Delvers already. I think 2 for winning myself against a black-green deck's probably wrong. Takes Goyf. Interesting. Assume he's playing his own Goyf here. Sorcery, yep. So we can't bolt it. This could also be a Terminate. Nope. Looks like Jund. Delver flooded. Alright, I'm conceding to Maelstrom Pulse. %, conceding to Maelstrom Pulse. If I get Maelstrom Pulsed, I have like my last few days of luck in this game is just down the drain. It's gone. Also, I constantly talk about this. There is a bug on Moto. I constantly draw 3-ofs all the time. If we do flip next turn, we're gonna be hitting for 9. Liliana minus isn't particularly good against us. What's our best draw? Like Electrolyze, right? So we flip, we have Shoal back up for a Maelstrom Pulse. Yep. I truly believe there's a bug with the Shuffler. It happens all the time. Like you'll Ponder or you'll like Serum Visions and you'll bottom something and then it'll just be another one on top. Or like they have a Ponder. A lot of the pros talk about a Ponder Shuffle bug. Their opponent doing math here. Come on, deck. One time. Come on, man. Just never lucky? Is that the deal? Now we can't win because we can't race this 4-5? Just saying, if I had a roast in my deck, it'd be pretty good. Yeah, I did put in Dismember. There's a 300% chance he's playing Bloodbraid Elf. Pretty sure it's higher than that. So I think there's 0% of me winning this game if I bolt anything other than his face. So now we want to draw like Snapcaster Mage, but then if we draw Snapcaster Mage, we're not flipping our Delvers, so we need to draw like a cantrip into Snapcaster Mage or our own Tarmogoyf. If we draw a Bolt, we can attack for 3. He's at 12. We would need like Bolt into... We need Bolt, him not having a removal spell. Alright. Never lucky. I thought about fetching on my upkeep, but I think I wanted to trim lands out of my deck. Alright, so Relic in... he was Jund, right? So Thrun's probably okay. Spreading Seas are fine. Negate's fine. Entrancing Melody's all good. And I probably just want to trim... I'm going to trim the shoals. Typically you trim Force of Will and Legacy. Was holding fetch between the Delver trigger worth it? It might have been. But the problem is I need both to flip to have a chance. So I think just fetching and trying to thin my deck was probably the right play there. When extracting a Bloodbraid Elf or a Goyf be super nice? It would, but that means I would have had to dealt with the first one. So I don't think that's right. Dispel's probably okay. Can trim these mana leaks. The game can go long enough where mana leak doesn't matter. And then Electrolyze hits Bob, but that's it. Alright. Oh, Kyranos. Shit. Shit. I'm sorry. Yes. Should have brought in Kyranos. Deck needs Bobble if we're trying to blind flip. Interesting. Then we could run Traverse. I was supposed to bring in this card. I was supposed to bring in all three of these cards. I want to keep this, but I think I'm supposed to mulligan, right? Alright, I'm keeping. Also, ongoing investigation in the board. God, man, I am just playing awful. I don't know what my deal is. Might need to go back to standard. God, I feel so out of it. It's not a bad hand, but it's not like a good hand either. I'm gonna fetch Shock, and then next turn we'll play Hinterland Harbor, and that way I can Logic Knot for one if I need to. What am I playing in standard? Some type of God Pharaoh's gift deck. Probably blue-white. Maybe Esper. But that's what I would play in standard today. Alright, opponent, come on. All my rug decks start with ongoing investigation. Well, that's good for you, Josh. Mine don't. Oh, come on, opponent. I don't have time to sit here and wait around for you. Any plans to do some drafts? Not really. If I was going to do any limited, I'd do sealed. I know once I get closer to the RPTQ, I'll be doing some sealed. But for right now, I'm not really a limited player. And that sealed event's the only thing I got coming up. Alright, opponent. The RPTQ is going to be online. There's... well, I don't remember where the paper ones are. Eben might know. Michelle's back from her workout. Also record. Thank you. Wait, aren't we 0-1? Man, I'm so bad. What is wrong with me? Going to any GP soon, or have you been to any recently? Yeah, we're 0-0. Sorry. No, I haven't been to any GPs recently. I like to go to them, but my life is like really crazy right now. Got a lot going on, so it's hard to even make kind of the local events. So I would say no GP plans anytime soon. It sounds like I might go to SCG Cincinnati. And... oh, opponent came back. Could just get Island here, right? Alright, Stream Decker's updated, the record's updated. I apologize. I'm a part of the Peoria group, GM. Fatal push. Probably just spreading seizing here, right? I guess I should just hold up a Logic Knot. Try to hit a Raging Ravine. Maybe Delver is just not going to work in Modern, like you need days. It's very possible. I used to play against Eben a lot on Miracles, actually. We used to test Death in Texas and Miracles quite a bit. Which is, I always felt it was a fun matchup. Collective Brutality. All right. There's no reason for me to use any of my graveyard here, which is why, like, he's going to take the Logic Knot 100%. Yeah, that could be part of it too. Gate's an interesting draw. We just bend a ton of nonsense. Holy crap. What do you have, a You got a surgical opponent? I'm going to take my opponent off black here. That's a pretty good one. Need to dodge a Lily, though. If he misses a land drop, we get to play Thrun. If he hits a land drop, we probably can't play Thrun. I want to thank you guys for stopping by while we're waiting here. Just want to say thank you to the sponsors, OCM MTG. It's run by Chris Balls out of Iowa. Great guy. Just had a team event actually with, what was it, 32 teams in a team constructed event, which is like 96 players. Super awesome to see. I hope he does those more often. You can find his website at ocmmtg.com. Also follow him on Twitter. We're also sponsored by Nerd Rage Gaming. Nerd Rage Gaming is a premier tournament series as well as a store out of Chicago, Illinois. You can find more information at nerdragegaming.com right there on the logo. Also, we do a giveaway every week. The next one won't be till the first week of March because we're kind of like changing it up a bit. But if you're not already signed up, I would highly encourage you to sign up. Alright, so, okay, did play a land. Click's a good draw, right? So we get to like click him. We get to click him in his draw step. Ooh. Take a Liliana, and then we can untap with Thrun. That's pretty cheap, actually. Storm being only 130 tickets. Deck is very good. Well, if you're going to play in Moto, definitely sign up for the giveaway. It's free potential credit, and it costs you 0 to enter. Make that $130 deck $120. So I don't know if my opponent like knows that I stream or what, if he's just like sitting here with a delay to figure out what he should do. It's hard to say. But this is pretty disgusting. He could also be lagging, I guess. We have a stop in their draw step. I want to try to get... Alright, I'm not going to stop in the draw step. If he plays Liliana, he plays Liliana. I will click him on the end step, discarding this forest. The Misty, rather. And then we can attack from there. Yeah, tomorrow should be some Just Guide, GM. I'll see you then. We'll start at 6 o'clock, right around then, Central Time. Hey babe, how was your workout? It's good. Yep. So this definitely makes me think he's got a Liliana. He could have a Bloodbraid Elf here. Yep. And into Abrupt Decay. So I'm gonna do this in combat. And the reason is, if he doesn't have a Liliana, I can block. Yeah, he has a Liliana, the Last Hope. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't care too much about Bolt, right? Do I care about any of these cards? I guess I care about the Ooze. But he can just get it back with the Lily. Lily's the hardest card for me to answer. There's no creatures in the yard, so I could take 5, untap, play Thrun, start beating. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Which means I should take the Bolt. Take the Bolt. Does this happen often? Not really. Occasionally you'll get the salty opponent. Hey, DeFreaky. I should have taken the Liliana, I think. I don't know. They were both bad. Bolt helps him race my face is the problem. So this is Liliana the Last Hope. Takes up on my Vendilion click. He still can't attack though. Oh, we can. Yeah. That's fine. Can regenerate next turn. It's fine. Need a good one here. What don't you understand, Brad?
Everything.
Everything. The plan wasn't to negate the Lily. The plan was to negate this Lily. That's the only card beating us. Come on, man. We have a 20 land deck. Our opponent's hand was very good against us. Like, Scavenging Ooze is a tough card for us to deal with. Yeah, this isn't going well. I misboarded too. At what point are you just supposed to jam? There you go. Oh, that's pretty gross. So this is lethal next turn. Those don't do anything. I guess I can block. It's probably better than a random card. Like, this doesn't do anything either. Like, it blocks here. But then, like, then the Lily ults and we can't win. I have, like, no way to get a 5/6 Tarmogoyf off the field. I should have taken the Lily and given him the Bolt, and then he wouldn't have like this repeatable threat. I don't know what I was thinking. Playing awful. I will target Lightning Bolt. Hey, what do you know? Well, our opponent eats the ooze and we die. Yeah, if I would have bottomed the Goyf, I would have drawn Misty. Alright. Temur has not been working out. See you tomorrow, Evan. Snap Vision. I can't Snap Vision the Freaky because he has a Scavenging Ooze. Man, I'm like not playing Magic well at all. Like, I'm playing bad.
Do I need to come over there?
No, because you'll just make fun of me. And then I'll be playing worse.
I don't know.
Because you'll make fun of me.
You know, why are you going to rise up?
I don't know. Alexander Hamilton might be the only person who can do that.
Shut up.
Alright. I'm gonna mulligan this one lander without a cantrip. This one seems fine. Put it on top because it doesn't matter. Looney Bob, 1, 2, 3. Put Michelle on stream, Josh says. Celebrity sub in. She can come over here if she wants to. I think she's working on some overlay stuff though.
I am, but I'll do anything for my fans. You should tell them my story.
Which one?
My mouse story.
Oh, yeah. So, Michelle got home from the gym yesterday, and she kept hearing this squeak sound. And she's like, man, there must be a mouse or something. She was in the garage. And she's like, there must be a mouse or something in the garage. And the cats were kind of freaking out too. She's like, I think there's a mouse. And then eventually she realized it wasn't a mouse. It was it was just her shoes squeaking.
You told the story so bad.
Well, I'm trying to play Magic at the same time.
Well, you know what? From what I hear, you aren't playing any, so...
So I'm just like killing this, right? Or am I trying to wait for a Knight of the Reliquary? Maybe I'm trying to wait for a Knight of the Reliquary.
That's a good card. What are you playing over there?
I'm playing against a green-white deck by the looks of it.
Oh.
The only Siesla? The only Siesla. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Courser of Krufix. Great. Can't beat that card. Voice of Resurgence on top. Alright, so we're going to click this turn.
I want to play a fan deck in Modern.
There's a good one. I don't think we have all the cards though. Guess I'm trying to hit a collected company here. Path to Exile, Renegade Rattler. So he can Ghost Quarter me, Renegade Rattler, back a Noble. It's not particularly good. I think I have to get rid of the Path here. Just like try to win. Alright, Elvish Mystic on top. I'm gonna get the Exalted thing off the battlefield.
No,
Since he has a Voice of Resurgence, I will not be able to... And I don't think Shocking here is worth it. Ideally, he Ghost Quarters us. Although... Yeah, that was... I don't know. I kind of walked into my opponent's line there. He can... Well, now he's playing this lane, so that's good. Birds of Paradise. I'm sure he'll shuffle. Oh, now he can just use this? Ugh. God, that was so good for him. You're telling Evan you're the favorite, Josh? How did you feel about that, Michelle? Is Josh your favorite?
Why is Josh the favorite? He does comment on my photos more.
Michelle said you do comment on her photos more. So
So, you could be the favorite. That's fine. I'll allow it. It resolves.
There's a Path on top of my opponent's deck now. So good. Renegade Rallier gets back to Pride Mage. Then he's extra 3. I How do I beat this card? I think you need the Snapcaster's Dark Leaf. They're pretty important in that deck. We're just dead. We're so dead. After tonight and yesterday, all I want to do is play Jund now. Well, we have Bolt, Snap, Bolt. So let's get these things off the field. I don't really want him pathing my click. So I'm going to offer up the double block on the Snapcaster Mage. We're going to hope this Serum Visions finds us like a Tarmogoyf. Would be good here. I guess getting a forest there is an interesting consideration. If I draw Goyf and Serum into exactly Goyf, I would have liked that. Opponent can attack for 1 now. I can't beat this card, and I'm not attacking on the ground, so let's double block. Dismember. Ooh. Okay, so we can draw Thought Scour. And then we can Bedlam Reveler. Have to take 2 here. If I take 3, then I'm at 1. I know this is flipping. Alright, so doing the math here, it's not going to work out for me if I don't block there. Sad days. Well, they were going to draw a collected company, so we got that going for us. If only Jace was in our deck, it'd be a good draw right now. Because we're a 20 land deck. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. Alright, alright. We can perk up a little bit after that.
Okay.
Man, like, Jace would be such a fantastic draw right now. We have 2 snaps left in our deck. 2 bolts. Did he draw a collected company? I feel like the only reason there's fetch here is because he drew collected company, right? Because if he drew, I guess he could have drawn Renegade Rallier. Eternal Witness, sure. So E-Wait gets back collected company. Gets back Renegade Rallier. No, collected company. Okay, so we need to draw a counterspell, basically. We have quite a few in our deck, so... We can also Thought Scour and hit Snapcaster Mage. So I'm going to Serum Visions, because then we can Thought Scour him to draw like a Logic Knot or something. God, really? Oh boy. Grow the voice. Please no fetch lands. Ugh, Ghost Quarter. So gross. Now he can hit Renegade Rallier. He should Ghost Quarter me before Collected Company. We've hit 1 leak. We still have 2 Logic Knots in our deck. We have a leak, 2 Logic Knots, 3 Shoals, and a Cryptic all left in our deck. 3, 6, 7 counterspells. plus 2 Snapcaster Mages. I kind of wish these Thought Scours were ops, given that we don't have Hooting Mandrills in our deck. Which might be wrong. It does not look like Grixis aggro is the best Disrupting Shoal deck. Or it might be, and that card just isn't good. What is our opponent thinking about? Looney Bob. A lot of our opponents tonight have just kind of been doing nothing and sitting around. Like they're taking like 5 minutes before they take a game action, like consistently. I don't want to be mean to my opponent. All right, opponent, come on. I don't know if my opponent's like calling Todd Stevens. And he's like, hey, I'm playing your deck. And I'm in this situation where I have a collected company and it's the only card in my hand. Should I cast it?
I think it's Barbara and I laugh at my own jokes.
If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
I'm not laughing at myself. You're laughing at your own jokes. Different.
Nah. Oh, my opponent has disconnected.
Oh.
Oh.
You Midwesterner.
Let's see here. Cats.
Cats? Did I hear you say cats? No.
Let's look at some Reddit cats.
You are looking at cats.
Check out this cat. This is an excellent cat that this person met in the Czech Republic.
Her cats.
So, Tassiger used to lay like this a lot.
He still does.
Yeah, but he used to do it on my lap. And now he doesn't do it on my
I
lap.
think he's just cold.
No, I think he's just fat. And
He's
it's
not fat!
It's not comfortable.
Oh, that cat is cute!
Cats like to lay in bowls. Let me be myself. So, these are not the same cats, but they're both named Luna, and their posts are right next to each other. What are the odds of that? Ooh, I like cats with blue eyes. That's a pretty cat. He's like, look, man, I'm just trying to be comfortable. What do you want? Yeah, not clicking that link.
I don't trust that.
No. How do I like...
How do you what?
I want to like mod this link.
I don't know what that means.
I want to hide it.
Oh.
I know it's not a risky click, but I don't want it in the chat.
Well, if it's fine, then we can click on it.
I'm not going to just trust Josh.
Sorry.
I'm kidding, Josh.
He's not. He ain't clicking on it.
Oh, my opponent's back. Welcome back, opponent. I'm not gonna Thought Scour because I want to rep like I have Dispel. I'm not fetching, so I'm gonna Thought Scour myself. Thought Scour myself. One day we'll hit something relevant. Maybe there's just supposed to be ops, right? Because I'm like looking for active cards and instead I'm just getting lands. I don't know how to do it, Josh. If I knew how to do it, I would have done it already. Wait. Oh no. Oh shit, I timed out Josh.
What?
I accidentally timed out Josh.
How dare you?
See, how do I... No. Sorry, Josh. In trying to test the modding, I timed you out.
Sorry, not sorry.
My graveyard's full of very good things. Also, wow. Didn't even mill over a bolt? Only 500 more seconds. Yeah. Sorry, man. I was trying to figure it out. And I didn't. So my opponent has another knight, because that's the only reason he would make that attack.
You don't know his life?
I'm not going to play a land here. I want to rep like I have something, like Cryptic.
Alright. I'll let you do yourself and you quiet over there.
What do we got here? 3 mana, Azusa. Sure. Now I actually have Cryptic. That's funny. So what am I trying to do here? So he can get Keswick Wolf Run? No, he probably doesn't have that, right? Gavany Township. That seems good. Yep. Certainly can't win.
Oh, that attitude.
No, we can't win.
Oh, that attitude.
He's got Knight plus Tireless Tracker.
What is that attitude?
Sure, man. You get all the counters. So basically, I need him to just like tap out. So this is 5. I have 13 damage. If he doesn't have a creature, so now I can draw like Bolt. I can draw a Snapcaster Mage is also lethal because I can snap Cryptic it, like whatever he plays here. Bedlam Reveler definitely gives us a lot of draws at things. Well, now we're out of red sources, so we can't use our Bedlam Reveler. We could draw this Sulphur Falls. Also, what's going on with our library? Like, there's more than 4 cards in our library, man. Oh, there's an Aven Mind Sensor in play. Yeah, okay. That's sad. Staticaster kills Mind Sensor. All the dorks. Ewit seems fine. Dispel for Collected Company. Trancing Melody could take Knight of the Reliquary. Relic clears out his yard, but it clears out mine too. But that's probably okay. I'm gonna fill mine with Thought Scours a lot faster than he is. And I think these Hunt Masters are just solid 2-for-1s. Don't know that this is a Dismember matchup. There's too much things, and he's not interacting with me enough for Shoal. Yeah, okay. Gonna keep. Maybe I was supposed to just play Canals. Yeah, that was dumb of me. The problem with not bolting this, I should have just played a fetch land. God, man, why am I playing so bad? Is this a voice? Voice is pretty good. The problem with like snap bolting this is he can just like renegade rally it back next turn. Voice seems like a really good card right now. Does he not have a third land? Okay, he does. Zuza's pretty good. Birds of Paradise is fine. Well, we're a ways off of that one. I think we're just going to combat. I think I'm just gonna ignore the voice. This could be very wrong. No, I have to play around collected company. Yeah. Really? Even this is tough. This is gonna crush us. Kind of need like a thought scour now. Oh, he didn't get voice. He got a land. Interesting. Opponent has 5 minutes left. Oh, we're so unlucky. We're so unlucky, guys. Alright, not attacking. Gonna threaten a double block. So if this is Coco, like he had... He could have done this in response to my fetch. He had an a knight, sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. These cost 7 right now. Oh my god. Alright, Thought Scour. Well, we're doing it. Alright, just all the lands. Or all the spells, rather. We hit 1 additional spell. This costs 5. Oh yeah, this is brutal. I'm gonna try to hit a bolt here. No, bolt doesn't do it anymore. Had I known I was drawing that, I would have played that a lot differently. Huntmaster could get us out of this, but I doubt it. I'm dead to a land if I electrolyze. Alright, so I'm gonna go for Snap Dispel. I don't care too much about that one, right? I mean, yeah, I guess I do. It makes this a 7/7, and then you can can get 2 lands. Oh, that's gross. So now he gets Gavany. Yep. Take 3. Have to take 3. That's gross. Oh, we lose. Go to 6 here. These Bedlam Revelers have been awful. Now I'm just chumping everywhere. I got better things I can do with my life right now. Alright. This deck's not working out. We're gonna draw. Alright, so tomorrow we're gonna play some Jeskai. Disrupting Shoal has not been, I mean, it's felt powerful in the early game, in the first few turns. We've never really cast it late game. I feel like our deck just wasn't cohesive enough. It's very possible that we should just have been blue-red Pyromancer, maybe trying some Disrupting Shoals or something like that. I think Disrupting Shoal has a place somewhere. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, we just kind of got our head kicked in, and I was not playing well either, which was a lot of the problem. And I'm not sure what the deal is, but Evan will be here tomorrow, so maybe he can snap me out of it. I'm going to return these cards and call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Take it easy.